So Dominic, you put out the challenge to make something out of a tree or a branch. Well, Noel and I were out playing fetch with this little twig here and decided we're going to try to make something out of it. So a couple of weeks ago I made this planter box for my mom, and it is based on a idea that Steve came up with over on Woodworking for Mere Mortals. So what I was thinking is my mom had planted herbs on the bottom 5 sections, and I wanted to make some nameplates or some tags so we know which one's which, specifically so I know which one's which. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the branch today. So the first step I had to do is cut the limb down to a more manageable size. And as you can see here, I definitely needed a chainsaw for this part. So here I am trying to use the table saw to cut down some disc. What I ended up doing here was cutting about a third of the way through and then going back to the handsaw to finish cutting off individual disc. Had to measure to know how big a font and wording I can use on these. So I ended up at about 4.5, 4 1/4 inches. Once I have that measured, it's off to the computer and to look over different fonts to decide what's going to look best once I get it cut out. After looking at the lettering after I got them printed out, I decided to cut the disc in half, or roughly half. I'm kind of eyeballing this one. I used my standard spray adhesive and packing tape to put the patterns onto the pieces. I found out later that that doesn't work too well when the wood is wet, but did it anyway. Drill some pilot holes. And finally over to the scroll saw to cut out the lettering. Drilled some holes to be able to hang them by. I milled off some more pieces off that branch, and what I'm doing here is making some stakes using some patterns from Steve Good over at the Scroll Saw Workshop. Adding some wire to the pieces to be able to hang them by. Add some hooks. Figure out where they go. Add the stakes. So that completes my entry into the make something out of a branch, limb, tree, whatever. Thank you, Dominic, for putting this on. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you would, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, tell your friends about it, and make sure to come back and watch more videos when I make them. Thanks again.